You're gonna be under arrest.
For what?
For not listening to me.
I think the emergency is the video, somebody's videotaping.
Okay. And the shirt says, I believe, balls deep. He says his name is Captain Awesome.
Hey guys, Rogue Nation here with you today. We got a video coming to you out of Rawson Law Firm. The CEO, Adam Rawson here, he's going to break down some body cam footage for us of a incident that happened at a hotel in South Beach. What I want to pay particular focus on is the officer's attitude, like right from the get-go. So definitely, check that out. Leave me a comment in the description. Tell me what you think about this officer's attitude, like from the get-go. And yeah, just let me know, guys. All right, thanks, and we'll catch you on the next one. And I guess if you're down in South Florida and you need competent representation, this is your guy here from the Rawson Law Firm. All right.
Hi, I'm Adam Rawson from the Rawson Law Firm, and in today's video, we're going to be looking at body camera footage of police officers behaving badly. Now, in this case, this is a case down in South Beach in Miami Beach, Florida, and our client was arrested for resisting arrest, which is kind of a catch-all that encompasses really any kind of resisting a command, a lawful command of an officer. Well, in this case, there was cops were called because there was a report of a man who threw hot coffee on a woman and a baby. So they're responding to this hotel for a domestic incident.
Where's that guy?
We're right.
You see him?
And I want to read to you folks what the police reports say, and we'll put it up on screen as well, because what we see quite often in criminal law is that the reports and then the body cameras, and we have two completely different stories. So I'll let you guys, listen to this and see the body cameras, and you tell me what you think. So the report says that the officers responded to the Hotel Victor down in South Beach because of this alleged incident. And when they were there, they saw a man that was standing at the counter and having a conversation with a female. And that he was identified as the male that threw the coffee. And they gave him, officer gave him verbal commands requesting to speak with him, tapping the client to gain his attention. The commands were ignored, and as the client turned to look at the officer up and down, recognizing him as a police officer in full police uniform, it appeared to the officer that the head-to-toe view was consistent with him being sized up in an aggressive manner, which normally occurs prior to a physical altercation. The client stated, "I am talking to my sister," and turned away from the officer, at which time the officer perceived his commands that were being ignored and further impeding a domestic violence investigation. At which time the officer grabbed and pulled the client away from the counter while simultaneously pushing him back to create space between them. The officer then guided him away from the violent domestic confrontation that officers were investigating to a seated position in a nearby seat. The client proceeded to offer passive resistance and non-compliance, forcing the officer to physically bring him to a seated position in a chair, and advised him that he was detained pending an investigation. Now, as officers continued to investigate and ensure the scene was secure so that fire rescue could attend to the baby, the client continued to be uncooperative, yelling at officers. The officers repeatedly advised him to lower his voice and calm down while he attempted to explain the situation. The client continued to ignore him, continued to yell and scream, becoming louder each time. And after several more lawful commands, he continued screaming and was distracting the officers and impeding their investigation. So they arrested our client. So that's what the report says. Sounds pretty bad, doesn't it? Sounds like he was this crazy person that, looked up and down this officer, was about to go toe to toe. Well, now let's take a look at the video, and you folks in the comments below can tell me what you think.
Sir, he's trying to talk to my sister. I don't give a fuck who you're talking to.
Hey, man, what is
you fucking attention? Sit
what
the fuck
I do?
down. Sit the fuck down. You gotta learn this shit out.
Hey, man, record it.
Record it. Look, it's right here.
Okay, what did I do?
All right. So
What did
relax.
I do?
If I tell you to look at me and talk to me, you talk to us. All right? This ain't a fucking joke.
I didn't do anything.
All right. What happened?
I'm talking to my sister.
What happened?
I wasn't here.
You weren't here?
God.
No. Okay. So do me a favor. Stand up for a second. You're gonna be detained.
Why?
Take your
I
breath back.
wasn't here.
Until we figure out what the fuck's happened.
We
gotta figure out what's
Listen, relax.
Okay, you don't have to judge me though.
No, yes, you're
I'm
being
compliant.
detained. We already told you.
Drop your cigar. Drop your cigar. It's simple, bro. We're here to solve an issue, and you're depriving us from resolving a stupid issue. All right, listen.
But if you don't pay attention to us, listen to us, we don't know what's going on.
Listen, we got a call. Listen to me. We got a call that someone threw coffee at a lady. I get here, and the witness says it's him. So you're talking to the female. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, hey, sir, let me talk to you for a second. I'm talking to my sister. No, this doesn't fucking work that way, bro. I don't know where you're from. I don't know what's going on. But that's not how it works. All right. So what happened?
I just got here.
Okay. And what happened?
That's you're not giving me a chance to talk
Do you
to
work?
you,
Do
sir.
you work here? Do you
No,
live here?
I am from Texas.
And you're staying at this hotel?
No.
Okay, so-
I was on the street, and I knew my nephew was in here.
Who's your nephew? The little baby?
It's my nephew.
Okay. And then is that your sister-in-law?
Yes, I'm coming to check on him. Ask her. That one here was her.
Okay.
I just walked in.
No, he's not talking about you. Okay. So
I
continue.
just literally walked in. I was talking to her, trying to get everything calmed down. I'm trying to figure out everything. I'm not being combative.
I'm not saying you're combative, but when we ask you a question, hey, sir.
Okay, but you have to understand. I haven't done anything wrong.
Well, you need to
legally.
understand. We're here. We're running an emergency signal call here for someone to
I have
Hey, if you don't want to talk, that's fine, dude. I don't give a shit. That's it. Shut the fuck up. I'm not talking to you.
Dale,
I'm
Dale,
done.
Call Casey. Call Casey to call my attorney. Call Casey. Tell her to call my attorney right now. Tell them they got me detained. What hotel we in? Tell them they got me detained for no reason.
Of course, no reason.
No reason at all.
At all.
Call my attorney right now. Get him on the phone.
That's not how this works.
So now you folks had an opportunity to watch the body camera video on this case. So does it really match up to the reports? Well, what do we see on camera? We see the officer walking in. We hear the witness in Spanish saying that guys were fighting. We don't see on this body camera anyone ever identifying our client as the perpetrator of this. We don't hear anybody point him out or say anything. And what do we see, right? We see, I think, in my opinion, we see an officer whose feelings were hurt. That's what we see. We see an officer that was violating our client's rights because he was trying to question him without reading him his Miranda rights. They never read him his Miranda rights, and they were trying to question him. We see officers who are basically they detain him pending an investigation. They put him in handcuffs. Why? For no reason at all. Nothing in here shows us that he was actually the suspect. And if you think about it, he was never arrested for domestic violence. Why wasn't he arrested for domestic violence? Because he was not the one who did anything. He did nothing wrong. So you have these police officers that rush into a scene, start yelling at people, trying to assert their authority. And my client was under no legal obligation to talk to him. He could have just turned around and said, no, thank you, right? Sure. Was he, did he respond a little in a loud way? Yeah, okay. But if my client turned around and said, no, thank you, sir, I'm going to leave, right? The police had no legal grounds to question him or to detain him and hold him.
That's all good.
We love showing these videos. Long story short, the case was completely dismissed. Our client was on vacation down here in South Beach. He lives out of state. He found us, hired us, and within a very short period of time, we were able to get all charges dismissed, which is great, but it still, doesn't prevent a false arrest, a false mugshot, the fact that our client had to pay us money, all these things that we wish we never had to do. But luckily he hired us. Luckily we were able, to do what we do and get the case dismissed. But, judge for yourself. We love to hear in the comments what you folks think. I'm Adam Rossin from the Rossin Law Firm, and we'll see you on the next video.